Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a while since I've posted a video. I've been posting quite a bit of the YouTube shorts lately. I've not had, really that much time to do a full-length video that I prefer to do. But finally got some time. The weather has kind of let up a little bit. It's been extremely hot here in Kentucky, pretty much all this month. And my apologies too, because it's going to be kind of noisy around here. It is a Sunday afternoon. I live kind of close to a main highway here. There's a lot of traffic on it, and you probably will hear traffic noise in the background, so just bear with me on that one. But today I wanted to make this video about a roof rack system for my Hisun 500 here, or your Hisun 500, Axis 500, 700, whatever you may have like that. I've always wanted a roof rack to go on my Hisun, but they really don't make roof racks to fit this machine. There's no aftermarket roof racks out there to fit this. I checked in on other roof racks for the more name brand type of UTVs, but all those roof racks were either too big or really expensive. I mean, some of them was $400, $500, $600, and I'm just, I do everything to my Hisun on a budget. I'm a bit of a cheapskate. I like to do things to it, but not spend a lot of money on it. For one thing, I don't have a lot of money to spend on it. So, like I said, I wanted to do this roof rack, and I looked online. I could not find anything to fit it until I came across this guy right here. Got this at Harbor Freight. This is the Haul Master. It's a 500-pound capacity, the deluxe cargo carrier. It's the type that plugs into or hooks into your 2-inch receiver. You may have on your truck, car, on your side-by-side, something like that. After checking out the dimensions on it, it's nearly a perfect fit for the top of this Hisun here. All right, guys, the original video I was going to make was going to be a little bit longer video than what this one's going to be. I wanted to go through the whole process of showing you guys on camera how I made the spacers, the brackets, all the mounting hardware to adapt this roof rack over to fit on top of this roof here. But I spent a day working on it and stuff, figuring all the measurements out, what I needed, what type of boats I needed, how long the boats needed to be, all that. And it kind of ran into a little bit more than what I thought it was going to be. I had to do 2 or 3 things over. It just wasn't working out. Made a few mistakes, but in the end it all came together and it looks really good. It worked out, pretty much the way I wanted it to. But that video would have been extremely long, probably 45 minutes to an hour or more. I don't like making long videos like that because, I'm not really good at this. I don't want to bore you guys to death. So I'm just going to go over the roof rack and show you all the little details, everything I had to do to mount this roof rack on top of the Hisun here. The tools I needed, the boats that you'll need, all the bracketry that you will need, and what I use for it. So yeah, with that, let's jump into it. All right, guys. The reason that this roof rack or cargo carrier works out well on the top of these Hisuns is because all you have to do is take out your center bar right here, the part that goes into your 2-inch receiver, leave it out. That makes the roof rack 2 inches shorter overall, but you will have to get your own mounting hardware. It has 4 bolts right here that hold these 2 halves together, so you need to get shorter bolts for that and bolt that together, and then it becomes almost a perfect fit for your roof rack. As you can see, the width of it from side to side on my roof here, it comes out almost perfectly even on this side. If you come over here on this side, same thing, almost perfectly even. All right, guys, let's take a closer look at it here. Right here is the center of the roof rack. All I did was remove that center 2-inch bar, and that brings everything together. It takes 4 bolts to bolt it together. You cannot use the hardware that came with the roof rack. You will have to buy 4 bolts. I use 1-inch bolts that I bought just for this. It brings it all together. That takes 2 inches out of the overall length of it so that it fits perfect on this roof. at the back of it. This is just some brackets I had laying around. These are actually heavy-duty shelf brackets I had laying around. I used those. They have the little slots in it, so it's adjustable. Worked out really well for that. I got it on the back side, on the left and right. Up front, since this roof has got all these little raised areas in it, you can see here, you want to get the roof rack up above all that to where it sets level. So what you need is 2 1/4 inch spacers, and I had some 3/4 inch aluminum bar stock laying around, so I cut 2 1/4 inch spacers, one on the left side, one on the right side, and just ran my bolts down to the top of them. Now these bolts, this roof rack is mounted directly into the roll cage. I use the mounting 1/4 inch brackets that was already on this roof to just run the bolts down through and mount it that way, because I did not want to fabricate anything. I did not want to cut on this roof or anything like that. So it worked out really well that way. But you will need to make some new spacers for it to kind of lift it up and get it up off of these raised areas here. Now I think this bolt right here, I think these are 4-inch bolts. Actually, that's one of the mistakes I made. It barely came through the bottom or under the roof enough to get the nuts and get the nut and the lock washer on it. So I would recommend going with a 4 1/4 inch bolt, make it a little bit easier. These are, I think, 3 1/2, not 3 1/2 inch, but these are 2-inch bolts I got at the back of it. Now, you also have these brackets right here that go on it. They just kind of make it a little bit more solid, brings everything together. You will have to drill the new holes for it. I mean, this roof rack already has holes drilled out for it for the way it's supposed to be, but since you're bringing everything together, you will have to drill new holes out and put your own hardware in it. And I think these are 1-inch bolts. You got a bracket for the back side, and you have one for the front side. All right, here's a side view of it. As you can see, these Hisun 500s and 700s, the roof line kind of slants back. It's high in the front and a little bit lower in the back. As you can see, the roof rack kind of slants a little bit to the rear. So, you know, I like it like that, but if you want to have it more level, all you would have to do is just go in here, add you some spacers, maybe a 1-inch, 1 1/2 inch spacer up under this bracket right here. This will bring the whole roof rack up a little bit more level. But I kind of prefer it like that, so I'm going to leave it this way. And this may be a little bit difficult to see because it's kind of dark in here, but I use the factory roll bar mounts where you mount the factory roof onto it. I used the brackets for that. I did no cutting on this roof whatsoever. I did have to drill the bracket out just a little bit with a step bit, because these roofs come with 1/4 inch bolts through, and that's just a little bit too flimsy, too small. So I went with a 5/16 inch bolt, a little bit more heavy duty, and ran them through. But you will have to drill your brackets out just a little bit for that 5/16 inch bolt to fit through. And up front here, another one of the little boo-boos I made is really the bolt's a little bit too short. That's a 4-inch bolt. You really need like a 4 1/4 inch bolt. But it barely caught the nut, and it worked out. All right, you guys may have noticed I have a light bar here. This is a 38-inch LED light bar. I picked this up at Royal King. You know, it was like 110 bucks there, but it was on sale, clearance. Last one they had, they were switching companies, going with a different brand of light bar, and they just wanted to get rid of this one, and I got it for 20 bucks. And I've had it for a while now, and I've been wanting to mount it on this UTV. I kind of wanted to go under the roof line right here, but there was really no good way of mounting that. But after I put the roof rack up here, you know, that opens up all kinds of possibilities of mounting different type of lights. Anything you want to mount to, you now have a good support structure right here that you can drill into and mount stuff, and it worked out perfect. I went ahead and just drilled the holes out in the front. I took my time and measured everything out, centered it up just right, and drilled the holes out, used all the factory mounting brackets that came with the light, even the bolts that came with it, and it worked out really good. Now this light is not hooked up yet, it's just mounted up here. It's going to be a separate video of me hooking the light up, because I've got some electrical things I'm going to do to some rocker switches and panels I'm going to be putting in this machine here, and I'll be redoing all the lights and all the wiring to it, and that's when I'll go ahead and hook this light up. But I wanted to show you guys that it's a perfect place if you want to put a LED, you know, a big long LED light bar across the roof of your machine. These roof racks, you know, make it perfect to do so. And there you have it, guys. I threw a few things up there just to give you guys an idea of what you can haul on here. You know, I got a big 5-gallon gas jug up there. I got a little 2-gallon gas jug. Got a little small tote, and there's plenty of room there in the middle to put other things. I mean, it's perfect if you want to go camping. I like to go camping my own self. I've been thinking about using this machine here for camping purposes. You know, loading my gear onto it, and, you know, going back in the woods and camping with it. But if you work on a farm, you know, I use this for a lot of farm work. I live on a farm here, so, you know, I always need extra storage space, you know, to put things like this in. My bed here, it's always full of stuff. You know, I run out of room in it really quick. The roof rack just made sense. So if any of you guys out there has got one of these machines here, you know, Axis 500, 700, the Hisun, you know, with this type of roof on it, and you want to put a roof rack on it, but you couldn't figure out how to do it, well, this is how you do it. Go get the Hallmaster cargo carrier from Harbor Freight. All you got to do is just leave the center part of it out, get a few bolts for it, fabricate a few brackets, and it will mount right to the top of it. It will look just like this, and it is rock solid, guys. I mean, rock solid. All right, guys, and with that, I want to thank you guys for hanging in there and watching this video to the end. I hope this little project of mine was something that you enjoyed to watch. I hope that it gave you a little bit of information, you know, in case you guys want to do something like this to your machine. If you have a Axis 500 or a Hisun 500 like this one with this type of roof, you want to put a roof rack on it, you know, this is how you do it. Like I said, I hope it's a little bit informative, help you guys out, you know, help you guys not make the same mistakes that I made with it. It'll go a little bit easier for you guys. And as always, hey, thanks for watching. Please hit that like button. It helps the algorithm, helps get my videos out there to more people. And also, if you can, if you feel like it, if you want to, do me a favor, please hit that subscribe button. It's free of charge. I'm almost to 1,000 subscribers now. I'm at like 960, and I really need for you guys to hit that subscribe button and tune back in and maybe enjoy some more of my videos. And with that, I'll see you guys later. All right. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Yes, please scream while I'm doing a video. And dogs.